day, and hope you're good. Yeah, welcome to our online sessions that are organized by Tamam Brokerage Services. And today, the one taking you through is me, who is speaking. That is Mustafa Fx. Okay, today it's my day, and I would love to hear from people. You can comment what you guys want me to take you through. Yeah, just because I find it that sometimes when I come and I do a lot of chats, we don't have strategies that are matching, though I will hint there, but what can we hint on today specifically? Yeah, and I hope for a communication from Q. Where is Q? Q, are you on? Because I hope for a communication from you before I start out with anything. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm good. I'm on.
yeah. So, what communication can you give before I do what? Before I start off with my presentation.
So, yeah, good evening, team. Thank you guys for joining this class once again. Yeah, so maybe to start out with, to mention out a few things. Yeah, you guys are going to have that class with Mustafa, but maybe just to make a little bit of communication, so we don't get to disorganize you. Yeah, so I'll be coming in later to carry out the draw for the guys that won. You get for the guys that won the funded accounts. Yeah, so we're going to be giving out 3 accounts, 1,000 US dollars. Those 2 winners, we're going to conduct the draw like live here on the class. So as you get to join in, you don't leave. Stick up around once the class is done, so that you can conduct that draw. You get. Yeah, so basically that's it. Then maybe to issue out communication from a few things that's coming out on our end. Our discount for the 20% is still ongoing till 7th. So you could try to take advantage of this existing draw. For those of you guys that don't know, we're issuing out all our funded accounts at a discount of 20%, meaning you get to keep 20% to yourself. Like every account you get to purchase, be it 1,000, be it 100,000, you're taking that account back home at a discount of 20%. So you should try to utilize it. It's running till 7th October. Then the other thing is that draws also for the funded account giveaways will be ending that very week. So that means you guys have like one more chance to to get to win. And we've seen that yes, a couple of people participate in the draw, but most of you guys haven't taken liberty to take advantage of that. Yeah, so you should try to get to join into the draw. You participate, something really easy, and you start just win yourself a funded account. Yeah, basically that's it. You guys have a lovely class. What's your skin? Yeah, you could. We have no restrictions currently to any trading activities you get. So you could trade your accounts the way you please. Yeah, the way you please. You could use your EA as long as you're entirely realistic. We have no restrictions whatsoever. Yeah, so basically that's it. I think we should give the floor to Mustafa to take you guys to the course. I don't really get to waste too much of your time. Yeah, you guys have a lovely class. Bro, you can come back in.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Q. Thanks for that. And guys, make sure that you participate and win yourself those accounts. Yeah, especially those guys that don't have trading capital. I'll start with a brief talk on that very issue, simply because most of the guys feel like capital is too hard to collect. Some have it but end up blowing it. Some don't know how to handle it. So in our trading, what is so
Mustafa
hard or
Fx.
what is
Guys want to
so
flip. Guys have $1.
easy
So they want to
is
make
actually losing all the
$100.
money that you
Even when
have.
they blow, as long
It's
as you
very
see a
cheap
guy
in
doing
trading.
20,
Losing
now
money
when
is
you're
cheap,
doing
you know. But in most
this
cases,
nigga
the
should be
realistic part is how are you able to overcome all that, you know? So people that have small money and want to turn it to big money, I know you're motivated by some of us who do flipping, you're motivated by other traders who make a lot of money, you're motivated by very many things, okay? But if at all you want to stick around, there is what they call having a systematic approach on whatever you want to do. Now, I advocate for people to trade with prop firms just because the best way to preserve your capital is having a larger amount. Okay? The best way to preserve your capital is having a larger
you
amount.
guys are
So if
sick.
you can have a larger amount that is provided to you by a prop, that is good for you just because you will know how to handle it very well. You will not over
Guys are
risk it.
samba.
You will not do a lot, you know.
Guys are just
But
clowns.
most people tend to see us flip those small accounts and they think it's just a walkover. Someone comes with his $10, 20, 30. Yes, they can make you money, but that's like making pocket change, you know. If you want to treat this thing as a business, you need to have that solid approach, whereby you can have some nice what, some nice output out of it. Okay,
I haven't
so
seen gang. Have you seen it?
living around that, uh,
He wants to
I'm
come up.
Mustafa, as I introduced myself earlier, and I'm the VC boss, that is the volatility chasers boss. I'm the one who is under that channel with a friend of mine called Seya. Yeah, and most people always come to my box to inquire on a few things. Yeah, the only thing I do of late is I offer some mentorship, which I'm also stopping. This year, I'm no longer going to have a class. I have a course that has been organized that people will be acquiring through our website. Yeah. So these things of having class, hosting class, mentorships, and so on, I'm ending it this year. Yeah. Then also, I don't provide signals. I don't believe in commanding people. Yeah, though most people come looking for that, but I don't believe in commanding people because you will be trading my psychology, not your psychology. I know it's one way of you guys love to earn money. I know most people love it, but personally, I don't advocate for it. Yes, I've ever tried it for a month and I felt how hectic it is. Yeah. Then the other thing is I don't have investment plans. Yeah, with outside, like outside, oh, personal investment plans. Yeah, the only investment plans I can advocate for is for those few of my students who can afford to do a lot more than others, because you know very well that we don't have what, even they call them fingers are not at the same level. Okay, so today that is the brief I can say about me. Um, Today, I want to teach something small about market structure, and I believe I repeat that concept so much because it is the concept that is so universal in all trading concepts. Yeah, it is so universal in all trading concepts because you're going to find that on this call we are over 60. Everyone has a different strategy. So I might speak out something that might not be in someone else's strategy. Yeah, and he might feel like maybe his strategy is not good, his strategy is not. Yeah, so we have very many different trading strategies. Yeah, but personally, I advocate for structure because even while we are starting to learn at the beginner state, we always have structure at hand. Structure is what flows, like structure is what is always king in everything, even when we are starting to trade. So that is what I'll present, and I will not use a lot of time because it's something that is small or something that is not hard to get, but so crucial in your trading. Yeah. The other concepts I won't go deep, or I won't even touch there because they might seem irrelevant to some people, but I believe this is universal to all of us. So I would love to start off my presentation with that topic of market structure. So if at all you find that I've talked about something that you've not gotten, you're free to raise up your hand or ask, or unmute and ask. Okay? So allow me share my screen. Okay.
I think they all should do this. These are even very few.
Okay. Are you guys seeing my screen?
Yes, we are.
Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I'll begin off with talking about the market movements that we always know, or that we always learn about while starting to learn how to trade. Yeah. So this is it, according to me as a person. Yeah. I'm not going to use a lot of time explaining this because I have to talk about psychology because most people love that part also. So I won't take long on this. So what is universal here in trading is that a trading market has two sides. That is one side, and this is the other side. Okay. Now, to a personal level, I always look out for such a movement and such a movement. The reason as to why I always want to see clearly is these words are not there for fun. This is a higher low, and this is a higher low. Yeah, this is a higher high.
I had 100K and I put 10 lots.
And that is a higher high.
100K.
Then this one here is a lower high. This one here is a lower.
I thought it didn't go like
lower high. This one here is a lower high. Then this one is a lower low. I know these such things people call them for beginners. But even you pro traders trade them in a different way. I don't know. Or trade them in a different way. Now, in a trading market, personally, I always advocate for price breaking structures. Yeah, price breaking those structures. So if price is breaking those structures, in most cases, that is a sign of having a continuation to the downside or to the upside. Yeah. Most people want to sell off this retracement in most cases, but they end up getting screwed. Most people want to catch retracements, but usually retracements are also divided into the complex ones and the rapid ones. Some retracements are going to take too long, others are going to be so rapid. So the market has different ways on how to actually approach it. Okay, so this is my approach as a person. In most cases, I always wait for price to break these structures. Yeah. Because when they break those structures, I always think that price is going to get continuations. To the upside, if it's a bullish trend, then continuations to the downside if it's a bearish trend. Yeah. Now, when do I always look at price? Okay, that price might not be interested in going up anymore. Now, this is where most people talk about what they call a change in trend. Okay, this is just an uptrend, this is just a solid trend. This is just a downtrend. Okay, this is a down one, this is an uptrend. But where does a change in trend come in most cases? Now, if the price has been creating those highs, just like that,
it's like they're hiding information.
then time reaches whereby price is no longer creating the highs.
The other find out. See how that time when Rex used to
just like that, then time reaches whereby price is no longer creating highs. This is showing that price
sits in a
pulls
chair and
back,
they're all looking
but
this
fails
side.
to create a high. When it fails to create a high,
It
most
was
cases,
Mrs. Money.
it is aiming for creation of a low. So those guys that always attend my breakdowns, I always tell you that for you to confirm whether price is going to continue going up or going down, in most cases, watch out whether they take out the previous highs or they take out the previous lows. Now, if they take out the previous lows, in most cases, they are going to create a lower low. Where does that theory coming from, or where is it derived from? So if you take a look at this is a high.
I've commented.
Yeah. Then this is a high above a high. That's a higher high. Now, the expectation is for price to always create a higher low inside here.
Next week.
The expectation is always for price to create a higher low inside there. But if it creates a higher low, this higher low has to create a higher high, which would have gone actually above this. But if price fails to do that, then it means that price might not be interested in continuing to go up. So personally, I start to advocate for getting sells. How do I advocate for that? I advocate for that if at all this low is left out, this one here, because it's now a lower high. It's lower than this high. It's lower than that high. Yeah. So how I chop a continuation or a reversal? Some of you ask me, how do I see that price will continue going in this direction? And I say, oh, it will continue, or it will reverse. This is what I basically always have. It's too basic, but most people tend to deviate from it. So once I see that they take out this low, they are creating a lower low. Once this is created, this is a sign that, bro, whatever thing you're doing, whatever thing that you want to see, whatever thing that you want to buy, stop it, price is going down. So I now start to float, looking for sales. Just like that. I know it doesn't come to exactly like that on price, but if you follow it up very well, that is how it comes about. Yeah. So this is whereby we get off from a continuation of a trend, just like that, then to another trend that is going down. Okay. So personally, I always tell you that if you see price going above this high, but does not close above it, that is also something different. Because you might see that price has just gone above this, above that high, but just weeks above there. You know, some of us call them liquidity sweeps. Some people call themselves side by side, whatever name you call it. But if at all price sweeps above and does not close above this high, it does not justify continuation in that direction. In most cases, price is not continuing in that direction. It is either going to reverse or it is creating a pullback. Yeah? So those two things are one of the things that I believe, to me, are powerful, especially if I want a continuation of a trend or I want to see a reversal. Okay, there are some areas whereby this will be used as an entry model by some people, especially as the SMC traders or ICT traders. Someone can tell you that I'm seeing here a breaker block, but the aim is this breaker block does not create a new high, but rather creates a lower high, then it creates a new low. Yeah, so this is basic, but this is how it actually looks like while following it up on chart. You're either having that continuation or you're having a reversal. So if it's to reverse, price will not close above that high. And what will they do? They will come for this low down there. If they go for that low and they create a low, sometimes they will go there and they consolidate. That is why being patient is key. Sometimes they will go there and they consolidate, and after they create the high. So it's not that when you see price failing to close above there, it's done. It's not done. Once it fails to close above there, you need to see it break that. Why do you need to see it break that? Because you want to see creation of a lower low. Once a lower low is created, then personally I start to plot for how am I continuing down. Like that. So this happens on all time frames, and the market moves in those phases. So to me, I always bring out this. This is what I use in my trading plan. I use that only. I use that. I call it a range. I call it a range. Some ICT traders, I don't know whether they call it the interbank dealing range, but me, I call it a range. Yeah. So if it's arranged like that, I want to see how price behaves inside that range. So it is the behavior that is either going to give me a continuation or signs that the market is going to reverse. So me, when I'm going to trade or when I'm looking for a trade idea, I'm not going to look at everything that the chart is doing, but rather I'll look for where they have the last high and the last low. Only that. Once I have that, I'm either going in for a continuation or a reversal. The rest will be higher time frame narrative because the storyline is always on higher time frame. Then the multi-time frame analysis, how the time frames relate, just like that. But personally, whenever I come and I define this trading range,
This
I'm
number is
either looking
supposed
for
to
a
make
lower time
money.
frame
Stop acting like you're shocked. Stop being
trend
narrative.
that is always inside that range to get either give me this continuation or to break that low and give me a reversal. Okay, I don't know if that makes sense because I want to go to the charts and I do some little illustrations on that. Does it make sense?
Guys are coming.
Oh,
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
okay. So I'll use this very chart. I won't go
Uh-uh.
for other charts. I'll use this very chart. Okay, and let us see if we can have something. Okay, now I always tell people that this is it and this is how price behaves. Yeah. The moment you see that price is continuing to go up like this,
You know, 25%.
it is either that
No,
price
40%.
is going in for a continuation like that or a reverse. Okay. Now this is what happens. If at all price has been creating higher highs, and then you reach a point whereby you have your range. Like I said, me, I always want that range. I want the most previous low and the most previous high. So this is what gives me what I want to trade. Okay? This is what gives me what I want to trade. So price is either giving me a continuation in this phase, like that, or it's going to give me a reverse. Or it's going to give me a change in trend. Because if you take a look at only this move, it's bullish with creation of higher highs and higher lows. That you can see the highs. They are not that clear, but they are clear. For those guys that like that is a break of structure. Like that is also a break of structure. Like that, then that is also a break of structure. So that is showing bullish price action or a bullish flow. So those guys that even trend lines, you can also draw your trend line there to show you that price is typically bullish. You know? So now, if at all price is to continue buying, it will do like the way it was doing here. If you take a look at back here, you're going to see that price had a high, that has a high, and then price had a low, that has a low. So after price breaking structure at this spot, it created a higher high, and this was the higher high that they created. But because you're looking at a continuation move, you need to see this low not broken for you to get a continuation. So after it being protected, they call it protecting, price pulled back like that. Then it continued. After continuing, now the story changes. I define a new range. I have this as the low now, and that as the high. I wait for the same thing. I wait for a pullback, then I see whether I get a continuation. They give you that too. The price pulls back, but instead of taking out the low, they protect it because this was the low now. They protect it and then give you a high. So of course you have clean bullish flow. The flow is bullish. Why do you want to sell when it is typically bullish? So now here price deviates. How does it deviate? If you look inside it,
1 to 100.
price issued a pullback like that, but then the pullback did not create a high. It did not. But rather the pullback created a low. Now you've not created a higher high. This is like a sign that
Is it
the
no
market
bad?
might not be interested. This is just a sign. You're not going to sell right away. To me as a person, I won't sell right away, but I have that as a sign. So where will I sell from? I'll sell if at all price breaks this low there. Because now this is the most previous low. The reason as to why I want to look for sales in that, because when I get sales, I know that price has changed direction. Price is no longer bullish. They've created a lower low, which price does after the break to the downside. So sometimes you're going to see the trades continuing or the trades reversing. It's not your problem that price has reversed, or it's not your problem that price is not going in your direction. But signs of a reversal and signs of a continuation. So if I told you seeing that price is trending, get only continuations. That is why yesterday I was telling people who were buying gold that when you buy, another person is getting an entry in sales. So if another person is getting an entry in sales and the price is bearish, what you're buying is you're buying creation of smaller time frame retracements, which you're not supposed to even last for long. All you need is to just scalp then run, because the market direction is showing you that we are tanking down. So why do you need to again force buys? Yeah. So here it's clear that the market breaks the low. After breaking the low, what do you need? You need a lower low, which they created in this space. That one there.
Okay, it's just
And in creation of a lower low, what is going to show you that we are continuing down? Personally, I need a lower high. And then they give you the lower high that you need. This is basic.
liquidity.
But when we reach that, someone will be buying long term here. You know? But when price is just confirming itself, how do we start to feel that price is communicating that? Simply because price failed to create a higher high on the pullback. So instead of a higher high, they created a lower high. But in creating a lower high, they created a lower low. That is a confirmation that, bro, me, I'm bearish. Don't buy me, I'm bearish now. So you're going to start looking for sales. So you wait for that. Some people can call this a breakout and retest. Other traders, SMT traders can say this is a flip. Others call it breakout and retest, whatever you call it, provided you get an entry.
But these numbers are not true.
Then you have an entry.
These are numbers you're supposed to have, but these guys don't market.
You'll excuse me, I don't pay for trading.
100 is the average.
Yeah, because I know I don't backtest. I use what they call flashcards. I don't pay for trading view. I don't backtest, but I don't urge you not to backtest. Because personally, I no longer have anything to backtest. I'm either sharpening the concepts or just like that. So once that is done, you already have your flow now. The trend is now going down. The trend is bearish. You only have bearish flow. So what you need to see is creation of lower highs and lower lows. Okay? So the flow is going down. How are you going to plot it? How are you going to get it? Now you need to see where do they have the most recent high. There, that one. Then where do they have the most recent low?
This guy was sharp in school.
So you expect the price now to
He's a
be
straight
bearish.
motherfucking math genius.
Just like that.
Like what? In math. Mostly math.
Now the reason as to why I always say that you don't have to necessarily think that price has protected somewhere unless they break somewhere. Now if you take a look at inside this area, inside that area, there was a time where price failed to break the low. This one here. But it did not go to break the high. The flow is still bearish. This is just a ranging market. You know, it's just a ranging market. And like I say, whatever is inside here, personally, I term it as an internal range structure. So I can basically use that in my concept as liquidity internally. Yeah. So I'm not taking on buys inside here because price has not given me a buy structure. I'm still in a bearish structure whereby I have a low that is standing and I have a high that is standing. So price does that. Price comes, it has another low, just like that.
Seriously.
Then it sells off. But the same thing happens. You can clearly see the flow. The flow goes bearish for eternity without breaking any bullish structure. The flow is bearish. So if the flow is bearish, there is no need for you to force buys again, because the flow is bearish. So you're not looking for buys, you rather look for sells, because you're going to buy these retracements, they sell. You buy the retracement, they sell. You buy the retracement, they sell high. You buy, they sell high. You buy, they sell. Now, when you reach a certain level, when you're that good, you can now start to gauge and buy retracements. You can now buy retracements based on, but the problem is some retracements are going to be complex, other retracements are going to be impulsive. A retracement worth trading is that one that is going to be impulsive, but that one that is going to be complex, you're going to be there and you sweat plasma. Don't go against the trend. Actually, most people think that is a joke, that don't trade against the trend. It's actually true, because you're going to buy off this small. Now, like here, if someone is buying, he's going to buy off something small, unless he's scalping. Then the guys sell long term. So you're just falling for something small and leaving out something big. So if I thought someone was just selling these ranges to the downside, won't that make a lot of meaning, rather than looking for retracement buys, retracement buys? Because you're going to drop the retracements and they are going to just kick you off every time. You're going to look for retracements and they are going to just kick you off. Because a retracement is not like, it's not as sure as an impulse. That is why it is always better to look for markets that are trading, whereby they are creating lower lows or lower highs. Okay? So I don't know whether that makes some sense.
Discuss for you.
So for those guys that were buying gold, and gold, you buy, they sell, you buy, they sell. Only this is just basic knowledge. You know, without adding in any SMC, without adding in any ICT, just because the other things are going to omit to tell you that, okay, don't trade here, wait for this time, do this, wait for this liquidity, do that. That is just like building up something. But to me, this is basic, and this is what I love to see in most cases. Because if it's basic, then it's good to trade. Yeah, it's good to trade. So I think you've seen me I had buy entries yesterday in this leg. I had buy entries here in that leg, this one. Then I had sell entries. Now today I had buy entries. It's that simple. I'm following the trend. Now tomorrow if I come with sell entries, don't ask me why or where did I get the sales from. The only difference is choosing the reactive area that you want to trade in and why choose that. Okay, why choose that and where are you choosing it from? That is also an issue. Yeah. So what you have to do is, if you're following what the trend is saying, your win rate will increase. Not these things of forcing the trend to change. Okay. So let me give this as just a tip. You can go and back test it yourself. Inside that big move, there is always these small moves. These are the small moves that kill us in most cases. Inside an impulsive move, there are always these small moves. Now, most people fall for these small moves. Or most of us fall for those small moves, but not looking at the picture or what picture is the chart displaying. I'll give you an example. Let me use gold actually, because it is the one that most people have been forcing of late. Where can I have a gold picture with the marking? Okay. Okay.
Agala kunegezamu gold.
Let's excuse me. I have to remove these markings, but it's fine. Let me leave them in, because I need to utilize them somewhere. Okay, now once a big move is to occur, there are small moves that are going to occur within that move. Yeah. So if at all you check very well, all these impulsive moves to the downside have been having something they have been calling for, especially here on gold. So if you check and you see this as an impulsive move, and then that has a low, inside it there are smaller time frame moves that you need to be keen about. So if you check the lower time frame, now here this is the daily. Personally, I will use the 1 hour. Yeah. So inside here there are smaller time frame moves that you have to be keen about. So these smaller time frame moves are the moves that most of us fall for. These ones. Yet they are the moves that are giving us the continuation trades, especially in that trade. You can see that where they fail to create lows, because that is what they were creating. The market was completely bearish, but you don't know how many buyers were getting trapped in this thing. So here the market failed to create a low. You know, it failed to create a lower low. Our aim was to see price create a lower high, which they created.
This nigga.
Like that.
Type of cars parked
And after creating
at
that,
hostels right
of
now in
course,
Discord,
it's
man.
inevitable now.
Praying that my
Price is
daughter
now
becomes a
going to
man.
go bullish.
Yeah, man,
Now they
it's
repeat the
really
same thing. Price goes bullish with the essence of creating highs, lows, highs, lows, highs, lows, highs, lows. Now this is where the story changed back to normal. That is why I was busy having pity for gold, sell for gold buyers. The price failed to create a high. It failed because price did not close above the last high. They just tweaked above it. It was not that justified. And they went on to create a low. This is the trend change. It's this basic. You know, the challenge is what is supposed to be basic. We complicate it because of our strategies. We complicate it because of the strategies that we trade. Personally, I don't trade a strategy. I don't. Okay. So now price action is now going down. Why? Because price has failed to create a high. So the essence is now creating a lower low. Once that is out, price is going down inevitably. Whatever you're looking out for is just for price to get continuation sells. Yes. Now price reaches somewhere, then it turns off. Most people be like, yes, we are buying. Then all of a sudden, price comes back and sells massively, like massive selling. You know? And even if you check these sales, most people have been hopeful for buys and the buys have not been granted. Because the lower time frame buys are the ones that people have been falling for. The lower time frame buys, people have been falling for this. You buy only for 10 pips, they sell 80. You buy 20, they sell 50. You buy 30, they sell 80. You buy, they sell. So most people have been dying these things. Follow up what the market is doing, not what you think it will do, because you don't have any control over it. If price action is still showing signs that I'm bearish, you bear with it because you don't have any control over it. Okay, so that is basic. I added other concepts to come up with those entries that people ask me about. So basically, this is the flow. Then I add in other things. Yeah. So I think that is what I can present on chat, because other things might be confusing to people. Because if at all I start to talk about liquidity here and some people